Entertainment, something for the old, something for the new, something for everybody in between. We leave nothing untouched. We are Spoon 107.5 FM.
This is Spoon 107.5 FM.
Hello, folks, and welcome to another edition of Reliable Info 360, live across the Spoon Network, hosted by Honorable Eugene Lamin Fagon, former Deputy Minister for Press and Public Affairs, like the Information Ministry. He's here. He's the host of this show. We're live on Super 95.5 FM, Spoon 107.5 FM, as well as Fabric 101.1 FM. Minister Fagon. You muted.
Oh, thank you. That's what happens when you're so upbeat about going into the program, especially when you have a co-host as energetic as the Honorable Damo Slanga, one of the best in the country. Now people are asking us for your number. We can only say be careful. Because the caliber of people that are asking us for your number are high-level top people in our country, and they are by no means in your age group, so we are concerned. Because they're saying, oh, he's so cute and he's so outspoken, he's so eloquent. Please, people, we are begging you. It's just 4 more months to go. Be patient. When we're done, you can take him wherever you want to take him. We care less.
So you dashing me. You simply trying to tell me that I'm expendable. I'm after the election period.
No, I'm trying to say to you, the demand for you is so much so that the cost for you have gone up. So we can only appeal because those individuals are extremely powerful, wealthy, well-connected. And so we have to be very careful that you don't disappear. But I know you will remain loyal to the cause of the Liberian people. I'm confident.
As I have been.
As you have been. That's a temporary statement until the mulatto get passed, and then we will know. But anyway, the mulatto. Anyways, let's get down to some business. I know we are having our low power project. Today is Thursday, day 2. Tomorrow will be day 3. And then we will conclude. Yesterday, I must say thank you. It went beyond our expectation. We came here to do 30 minutes, right?
Yes.
And then we went to 1 hour. And then our friend...
almost 2 hours.
We did the full 2 hours. We did.
Yes, we did
but
the full 2 hours.
We came to do 30 minutes. And we're just about closing around the 45-minute mark. But we kept enjoying it. And then we were joined by our good friend who is so energized and energetic, the Honorable Stanton A. Witherspoon. And boom, we went to another level. We even passed the 1 o'clock mark. Hopefully today, we will keep track of our time. I know that I sent you a lot of things to cut. I know you will not be able to cut all, but the later you will be able to produce today. Today is just day 2. But let me ask you, what do you have?
I've been able to cut all of what you sent. So,
including that audio, which is 7 minutes long.
So the audio will only play it portion by portion, bit by bit. That is what we'll do. But
you
the videos
are the
and everything,
best in the entire country.
We're able to have gotten all set up.
All set up, you cut it bit by bit.
Yes. So
that 7-minute audio. That 7-minute audio is very important because if you listen to it, you will see that the same individual that caught the gentleman, the now deceased Shiggy, with the guns, it's the same one in the audio now telling us the tale here in America. Now, before we go to that issue, I have to be respectful to you, the co-host, and the anchorman on the ground, who understands the ground better than me, flying all over in the air. Tell us exactly what's on the ground and what is obtaining, please.
So, thank you. I just returned from the grounds of the Temple of Justice, and where we have one of our reporters stationed. I'm not going to mention who, because we don't want the person's cover to be blown for now, because we need the information if it happens. But we were given information that the former Chief Justice, Councillor Gloria Musu Scott, and 3 others who were released yesterday by the Criminal Court C after a writ of habeas corpus was granted them, we were told by reliable sources that the arrest rate had been issued by the Monrovia City Court, and sheriffs and other officials from the court were en route to serve her the arrest rate. So we have our reporter stationed there, and we're waiting to see if that is actually going to go down. But unconfirmed, though, from the grapevines, we were hearing around the court area there, people were speculating and saying a whole lot of things. And one of those speculations is the fact that they're saying the former Chief Justice is not in the country again. We are not saying she's not in the country, but it's just one of the many, speculations and rumors that we heard, saving around there, that the former Chief Justice is no longer in the country, which we cannot confirm nor deny on this program. It's just a rumor. But what we can confirm is the arrest rate has been issued for her. The police spokesperson, Moses Carter, on yesterday was quite confident that from yesterday to Saturday, they would have arrested the former Chief Justice with charges. So we watching that as it plays out at the Temple of Justice. In another news, Casel Kuo, the owner and founder of Facel FC, who was sentenced in America to 7 years imprisonment, 87 months, for being involved in a diamond scheme. He returned to the country on this morning, somewhere around 4 a.m. this morning. And he didn't just return to the country under the guise of darkness. In fact, he was welcomed in the country by his followers. They paraded the streets of Monrovia to a larger extent, and he made it known that he's back in the country. And he's not here to be hiding here and there, under the cover of dark and sneaky and creepy. No, he has exposed himself that he's back home. And I've been informed by sources, his itinerary having returned. So I'll be following up on that. But those are trending issues happening in the country. Councillor Tewan Gonglo, the political leader of the Liberia People's Party, the LPP, has termed what happened to the former Chief Justice as wrong. He used other words than that, but he termed it as wrong. And he also did say at no point in time is he going to, or has it ever, or his party ever thought about going under the CPP of Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings and Councillor Charlene Brumskin. So he debunked that particular rumor that he's not, and they're not planning on joining the CPP in any way, form, or manner. Rather, he's going to pursue his own presidential ambition. So those are just few things happening on the side. The Liberia Immigration Service in Bombing County, York County, at one of the major checkpoints at Clay, I was told, arrested marijuana, 7 plates of marijuana valuing over $6 million plus Liberian dollars, plus some individuals were arrested as well. So drug trafficking and drug smuggling is still happening around the country. And hats up to the Immigration Service and its officers for at least nabbing that particular consignment of drugs as well. Individuals were arrested, including a vehicle they were using to transport the contraband. So there you have it, Mr. Fagon. You have a lot of other news to share with us.
Well, again, I shared a couple of them with you, like including that of the situation in Sierra Leone, if you may. That's our neighbor right there. And the election there, like ours to come in October, is getting heated. Sometimes it's good to just look in your neighbor backyard to see what's going on. Because if there is fire blazing there and you ignore it, it might spread over to your side. Your roof. Yep. So what I did was I looked into.
You want us to just show a bit of the video, and then you
before you do that, this is a parlor thing, right? So permit me to do this while you are on. Watch me. I'm lifting my gadget so I can have a wider screen. Somebody told me you can have a wider screen if you rotate. But you see where it carried me now? So now I have to bring it up to this level, which I will do later. Is it better?
Yeah, it's better. You just have to centralize it.
Yeah, like this. So then, but the thing about this thing, it can make your eyeball cross. You know how? You're thinking you want to look straight into the stuff, but then you got to look so. Then, no. I mean, no. I old school. Nobody can give me cross eye yet. The guy was right. But I want to get cross eye down. Well, let me do my thing like that. Yeah, all right. That way I can look straight inside it. And there you go. So, oh yeah, my brother, face the team. That the map of Liberia behind that, the electoral map. We'll use it at some point in time. But yes, you can go to Sierra Leone, and I think we should start from Sierra Leone. And I will do a short commentary before you go to Sierra Leone. We'd like to welcome our people in Liberia. We'll say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whether in the diaspora or in the country. You are watching Reliable Info 360. 360 means we go all around. We don't just stay one place. But any information we give you, we have proof, we have evidence, and it's reliable. If it's not, we will tell you. Diamond and R are bringing you reliable information, and we do not try to give you our opinions only or what we think. By Monday, we'll start bringing in our guests. We'll have tapes and everything to roll as we present to you. We'll be the only show in the nation that is researchable, and you can find the facts where we lay them. Having said that, we'll begin our show today by saying to many of the people out there, if you choose to sponsor our show, contact Diamond, contact the management at Spoon. Hey, we're going to be the biggest platform anyway. The sooner you come, the better it is for you. If you come late, we might not be able to squeeze you in because we present the best, which is reliable and factual information in real time. We'll now start. We have lots on our plates today. You heard about the death of a government, I shouldn't say a government, of an operative of several government officials who is alleged to have been linked to several killings. We cannot confirm, but those allegations are severe. We'll also show you the picture of another individual by the name of Mustafa Fawaz, who worked for the Monrovia City Corporation. He himself died mysteriously. He was sent for to report to work. A motorbike was sent for him. And when he passed by Calando area to turn right, the motorcyclist that was sent for him slowed down, jumped off the bike, and the Monrovia City police pickup truck ran him over. He was taken to the hospital. While in the hospital, a Monrovia City, these are facts. These are not allegations. A Monrovia City police pickup again went there under the information given to hospital authorities that the mayor has sent to have him airlifted to Ghana. Well, from the hospital to the airport, he died in the back of the pickup. I'm talking about Mustafa Fawaz. The second operative would be a gentleman by the name of Shiki. We'll show you a video, and we will play to corroborate that he's a government operative, the voice audio of the current director of the Monrovia City Police, explaining Shiki's ordeal after he himself had found Shiki in the possession of heavy weapons. How they said, I'll go over to Sierra Leone. They are our neighbors. They are expecting elections. This is what Diamond and I managed to peep into Sierra Leone, and this is what we found.
That they want, and we give them. If you can take a look now, you see that they shoot directly to the building, and then you don't see them desert combatants don't come. Not that the desert combatants, the presidential guards them don't come, and then they shoot directly to the building.
Well, thank you very much. That's the first video. Let's just explain the first one. Clearly, you can see pre-electoral violence. Thankfully, we don't have that one in our country. We can be thankful to our military and to our Presidential Executive Protection Service. They are not involved in those kinds of things. They're not shooting at people. You don't find them out there masquerading, gallivanting, and trying to kind of bolster their own ego. No, they're not doing that. We must give them credit. And the reason why I'm showing this is because people saw people in green uniforms at the Monrovia Central Police Station, and they thought for a minute that soldiers had been deployed. No, those were police recruits that were brought in to beef up the security forces at the Monrovia Central Police Station. Why are they looking like military men? I don't know. Should they be looking like military officers? No, absolutely no. They shouldn't be sporting themselves as military officers. Police uniforms are often blue and white. And in my opinion, at this stage, they should be wearing blue. You have the 501, 511, they're all blue. You can find them. But to put them in green and make them look like soldiers is not good for the image of our military. Should they carry out any action in green, it will be construed to be the military. As many persons who contacted me, I had to clarify that they were police recruits. The police itself did not do a good job. They should have announced that the men you see in green are our police recruits that will soon be graduating or that have graduated. It was redundant to make them look like soldiers when they weren't soldiers. Diamond, do you have the next clip? I think Diamond might be busy.
You just have to call out which one you want next.
I want the one with the guy explaining. And the purpose for me showing that is that he's the Secretary General of the APC. He's literally calling for a protest because of the biometric video voters registration, He thinks that it should be audited, as our people have done, and he thinks that one or two corrections needs to be made. So then he sits in a mature way and call for a protest. And we believe on this platform, people should not use vulgarity. People should not be cussing and saying things. You can talk to your people and call for a protest, but in doing so, you must give the legitimate reason why. But from us at this text, we say you must exhaust every attempt to make sure you've contacted the requisite authorities. Should they fail to listen, it's only prudent, as the Constitution mandates, that you move to call upon your leader in a protest peaceably. But at the end of the day, this is how you do it. And that's how the Sierra Leonean did it. Let's play that video with the guy.
Okay, the guy wearing a red beret, right?
Definitely.
Okay, it's taking its time to load on the screen, so that is going to happen.
Do you have the other one with 35 seconds?
Yes, just a minute as it is uploading. The
so Liberians, what we're trying to do
is not at its strongest now. So
yeah, we are giving you facts. We're also trying to educate you, and we're also trying to get you to understand that unlike other people, our elections will and must be peaceful. We can learn from the experiences of our neighbors. When you're ready, shoot.
Yeah, look how people like bullets had now shoot you and shoot so. Now shoot you and shoot so. Now shoot you and shoot so. Now shoot so and shoot so. Oh God, down there. But what's in?
I can just play that one back to back.
No, hang on, please. Can you hang on?
Yes, go ahead.
Folks, as you can see clearly, we are not in that situation, and we pray that we never be in that situation, thanks to our gallant men and women in the military. They've never come onto our turf in a civilian, but they have not ruled out any intervention should it become necessary to maintain the peace. For that, we are entirely grateful that our military is well trained. Our police have demonstrated that they can handle the situation so far, even though it is now proving that they've made countless numbers of mistakes. But we are all humans. Hopefully, they can correct those mistakes and our military do not have to get involved. This is just Sierra Leone, just yesterday in a couple of days. But again, we are Liberians. We're better than that. We've been praised of being the most stable democracy in the sub-region. Sierra Leone, you saw what happened there. Guinea, military takeover. Ivory Coast, problems. But we have gone democratically, changing from one president to the other president. And now, hopefully, this president will remain or he will be replaced. But it will be done democratically. And why am I saying this to you? Even though people's salaries were reduced for almost 6 years, 15,000 of them, but they never got into the streets. They never destroyed anything. We also saw the price of rice jump from $13 to about $22. Hey, Toba had a problem. Doe had a problem. Taylor had a problem. But our people never took to the streets. The price of gasolines and other commodities have gone up. They stand between the peace. And they said they will change their government democratically when the time comes. Indeed, Liberians, you are a special kind of people. When people expect you to react, you don't. And when the least expect you to react, you do. Either ways, we are giving you teaching moments that we can do things better. We'll watch the entire video from our neighbors.
Fellow comrades of the APC and all Sierra Leoneans. I am Honorable Usman Timbo, the Deputy National Secretary General of the APC. Today, Wednesday, the 21st of June, the APC called for a nationwide peaceful protest against the ECSL for whether or not agree for address certain concerns that we can get about these elections, including Tindelek, for make them audit the voter register and for make them manually count the votes them inside the districts them. This peaceful protest turned violent, where security forces them attack with supporters them. Outside we hear say somebody lost in life and plenty other people them get injuries. They even arrest the National Secretary General Mr. Lansana Dumboya, with parliamentary candidate Nalomli Mr. Mahmoud Kamara and plenty other people there. Whereas they talk to us so and then a police custody and they sleep in a cell. The presidential candidate, Dr. Samoa Kamara, wants for make una know say the intention of the party for call for this protest, not to ever for make them postpone these elections, or because we want for boycott the elections, but not because we want for force ECSL for make them do it incorrect. We go ensure say the elections are free, fair, credible, transparent, and peaceful. We want for tell we supporters and say, while we they continue for engage ECSL, the APC they participate on these elections, and therefore we they call on all we supporters them, and the one that we know say this past 5 years they don't suffer, for make them come out on Saturday the 24th of June and vote for Dr. Samoa Kamara for president, with mayor and chairperson candidates them, with members of parliament them, and with councillors them. We want for guaranteed and say, make them afraid, especially in the southeast, where they continuously they intimidate with supporters them. that we will win this elections if they come out and vote, and we guarantee them that we will protect their votes. We they win these elections, we not say power, but by God in power, and we believe we have the people to vote for us. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you, Elliot.
The question may be asked, Eugene, why did you take the 3 minutes? It's because of political maturity. Why do you have to beat other people when you can sit down and make your case? You can be calm. You can be reserved. You can be cool. Just make your case. Then to have people drumming up behind you, stirring up things, beating other. Come on now. Our neighbors are having their problems, but they're also having their highs and their lows. We saw their high. He spoke brilliantly. He called for peaceful, transparent, orderly elections. Then we saw the soldiers. Bah, 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 bah. No. We'll take the high. We'll forget about the low. We'll have a peaceful elections. Diamond, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm right here.
All right.
Go ahead.
You and I ready now. We're done with that commentary of helping our people understand the value of having a peaceful election. Let us go now to, can you come on the screen, please? Because you about today, that pilot project that you are coming interview. Anyways, now here is what I have to say to you, Diamond. Let's bring the case of Gloria Musu Scott before we go to our people, ask them, and then we go to the second segment. You said something and it's being rumored, but she's probably left the country. It is just a rumor. But
It is just a rumor.
It is just a rumor. That's why we have to say it is a rumor. But come on now. If you've been investigated for about 5 months and they're going to hold you and the court has to release you from the government, don't you think that a person in a sound mind will try to run away? They will. So I am saying to you, from the way things are at the court, we got a hint from the lawyer yesterday. We got a hint from him last night again that they were going to try to bring her back in. And they were going to use whatever. We have gotten confirmation from you that there's a writ now on its way. The question is, if she run away now, would you blame her? Do you think people will blame her for running away? After what they have put her through, after what happened yesterday, that it was the court that had to release her and say your rights were violated. The point I'm trying to make to you, Damo, for your intervention is the court literally said to her, your rights was violated. Would you blame her now for running away?
No, the first thing to answer that question is when she was granted the habeas corpus yesterday, all of her rights were restored.
Right.
So until that point where she would have been issued a formal arrest rate, she still had all of her rights.
Yeah, I'm saying my point to you is you're right.
Just be going on. I'm getting a call from the guy stationed at the court. So let me just excuse the conversation for a while to hear what the update is.
So we're not hearing it too?
No, let me talk to him to know what.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's fine. That's good. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you are following us on our pilot project of 3 days. We're not taking guests in yet. We're trying to see how our equipment work, what's obtaining, what's going on. And then when we get everything fixed, we start bringing things in. Here is what I have to say to you. Let's go to Article 21. And I'm going to attempt to argue against Lafegu, Councillor Lafegu. Lafegu told the Liberian people last night that technically this woman is still under constructive detention. I beg to differ with him. And I asked him why. He said because the woman was released by police to the sheriff, and the court did not say go. Her lawyers had to sign for her. That don't make sense, unfortunately, to me. I repeat, that does not make any sense to me. Here is why. When you brought her from the police station, the writ was habeas corpus, which means I want the living body of my client. So the court ordered you to bring this person to court, the living body. When you brought the living body to court, court officers signed for it from you. So there can be no mistake to say you didn't bring the person. After the hearing, the court released the lady to her counsels, to her lawyers. And you think they should say, hey, yeah, people take her? No. The court itself, having shown record that they signed for her from you, must show record also that somebody signed for her from them. It's only common sense. So to tell Liberian people the fact that her lawyer signed for her means she's in constructive detention, no. The second point he raised, he said the writ was premature. I beg to differ. If it was premature, it would not have passed. The fact that the purpose and intent of the writ was served. What was the intent of the writ? To get you to produce the living body. What was the purpose of the writ? To prove that you have violated her rights. And so the intent, you produce her. The purpose, to get her from you, they got her from you. You cannot say the writ was premature. The writ was mature. And the writ, the petition was won. So you cannot argue that. She's a free woman. Now, as a free person, she's not charged. You went and argued before the court, and also last night on our platform, that you did not seize her passport. You did not stop her from leaving the country. It's on our platform last night. So if she leaves the country, what will you come back and say? She's running from justice? Will that be your argument? When last night, you as the lead prosecutor said, we did not seize her passport. We never stopped her from leaving the country. So if she left, she was free to go, unless Diamond has something different. Diamond said all of her rights were restored to her, where it was her right to leave, and the Constitution said all persons shall have the right to what? To go any place they want to go. Let me put it in English. So if she go, it's up to you. You got any news for us, Diamond?
Yes. So what I have is, as we speak, the police are currently at 17th Street, including our guy or lady, our person on the scene as well. So they've given real-time information that the police are there to serve the arrest warrant, but whether Councillor Scott and those named in that warrant are available, whether they are around to be served or their lawyers are around as well, that is the question. But they're currently outside her compound on 17th Street. So that's where they are right now as we speak. So as the information filters in, we will definitely share the real-time information on the show. So yes, they in the process of serving the arrest rate on Councilor
Can they
Gloria.
not give us a 1-minute video of the exterior of the compound and the presence of the police? Are they not able to do that on a cell phone? Just send it to you WhatsApp.
Let me request that, but also we do not want cover to be blown. Things could get hostile. We're not saying it could, but there are some police officers who might not behave. You know, some people, the way they behave, you cannot quantify.
No, they can't
it
do
as well.
that, man. I would not think they would do that, because it's a public thing and not darkness.
I know, right? But I've been on the field as well. And, so let me check. I told him that once the process begins, he should go live. So
somebody is saying they are live right now.
The live as well. So he's live now. So let's follow. Let's share the screen and put it right on the show.
There you go. Damo, you're the best in the whole country. I don't care what anybody says.
She has received the arrest rate from what I'm looking at here, and she's reading it. 1 minute. Let me put that on the screen for our viewers and our listeners to follow what is happening. So it's live on Spoon TV as well. The internet is slow. I'm trying to put that on the screen. But what I can say is, looking at the video, she has been handed the rate by the sheriff, and she's surrounded by folks as well. It's live. So I'm trying to get that, Mr. Fagon. You can continue as we get that.
I will continue up. When the video comes in, then we can proceed. But it's important for me to let you all know that from what Damo is reporting, she did not flee the country. She remained in the country. And according to Diamond, she's receiving the writ, and she's reading the writ. She's received the writ, I should say, and she is reading it. And we don't know what is happening, but Diamond is working very hard to cue us in. Howbeit, the government lost yesterday, and the government is trying her best to bring to book former Chief Justice, former Justice Minister, former Senator of Maryland County, one of the lead counsel of the opposition political parties. The government is struggling now to bring her before, to charge her and bring her before the court. Will those charges hold? Have the case been tampered with? Will we have due process? The argument was on Article 21F and 21G, and the government lost. The government having lost a case of a $140 million drug bust. Again, don't go away. During the program, we will bring you breaking news on the death of a gentleman by the name of Shiki. We will show you video and provide audio to corroborate the story. A man alleged to have been one of the government's operatives, and under all the hula baloo last night, as soon as the Gloria Musu-Scott stuff happened, 2 hours into it, he was pronounced dead. Rushed to the emergency room and pronounced dead. Well, when we show you, you will have to.
The internet cannot permit us. The network is really, really bad. The internet cannot permit.
Diamond, are your friend, and you take down a car right outside there, Jamie, everything.
But what I can tell you, for those listening who are not watching and those viewing us as well, the rates has been handed over to the full individuals named. I can see the old lady Wisner. She has received hers. The former Chief Justice was the first to have received hers, and another young lady with the hoodie, she's also named in the rate. She has also received hers. So family members are there, but there seemed to be no resistance They've not left their chairs though, so I'm trying to get the video to play, but the internet is so bad. It's so bad. So you can continue as I try to see if we can get the video. Then
you're trying to put them in the middle of the screen where we can be reporting live.
Yes.
And
Yes,
at the
that's what I
same
want to do.
time,
But the internet is not working.
yeah, we did that during the. It's unfortunate that we've reached this point after 5 months. What we are hoping for is justice to be served. If they are the perpetrators of the act, they should be brought to justice. If they are not the perpetrators and people are trying to use them, then of course it's wrong. And we hope justice will be served regardless of how it comes. In Article 21F that allowed her to go home yesterday, it was clear that every person arrested or detained shall be formally charged and presented before a court of competent jurisdiction within 48 hours. That did not happen. So, Damon, if you're there, we can take a break.
I'm here and I'm still trying, but let's just bring in audio. They're singing the national item. So we can bring in the audio until we can
So
get
who's singing
video.
the national anthem since you're watching it?
So it's Councillor Scott and others who are around. They are singing the national anthem. They first sang the Lone Star Forever.
Wow.
God is with you. God is with you. God is with you. God is with you. Yes.
So she's getting up from her chair.
Yeah, just give us the commentary of what you're watching.
Make our way to the headquarters of the Front Page Africa. Front Page Africa.
So she has gotten up from the chair. The former Chief Justice.
Of the former Chief Justice on 16th Street.
So it's 16th Street.
Monroeville. The writ has been issued. Writ of arrest. Police officers and the sheriff of the port. Yeah, here. This is famous Amiata family. She's here. So let's see if we can talk to.
She's being escorted down the stairs, the flight of stairs. She's wearing purple, black hair tie.
This is Rebecca. She's been charged along with the former Chief Justice, Scott. So they're slipping the steps. From here, we will be making our way to the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. They will be sent to jail today. Well, we're going to follow up that. My name is Trukon Flammer. We are here on 16th Street in Cinco, where the former Chief Justice, the writ of arrest has been issued. 4 members of her family have all been arrested here by the Liberia National Police.
We do apologize. It's due to the internet.
Police officers of the Liberian National Police, along with the sheriff from the court, writ of arrest have been issued to 4 prime suspects, as the police claim. So they are been charged by the Liberian National Police murder, criminal conspiracy, and providing a false statement to law enforcement officers. So the brother is agitating, but he's been calmed down by members of the family. So they are here. This is the official vehicle of the Chief Justice. She's going to use her own vehicle to go along with them to the court. This is the home of the former Chief Justice, Monrovia 16th Street. So they have been arrested, and we're going to be proceeding to the court, to the headquarters of the Liberian National Police, and afterward, we'll go to the court. One of them might be sent to Monrovia Central Prison today. Well, we don't know, but we're going to follow the story. This is it here. From the home of the
So we do apologize. The internet quality is not good. The signal is not strong.
So, we're trying to follow even National Police, try to make our way as we follow the vehicle here on Street in Monrovia. So this is it. We're moving. So we're moving, going to the headquarters of the Liberian National Police, trying to make our way. Making our way. This is the thing. So we're trying to. So we're making our way. She's been arrested. So the smaller vehicle there is being occupied by the sheriff. Occupied by the sheriff. So So we are moving to the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. It's being heavily guarded here. Also, family members also on motorcycle and making their way to the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. Getting there. This is Spoon TV Live. My name is Stephen Flammer. Councilor Gloria Moses Scott, along with 3 others, have been arrested for murder, criminal conspiracy, and providing false statement to law enforcement officers. This is a landmark case. All eyes on this case. She was detained yesterday by the Liberia National Police, held in custody. Verified by our lawyers, habeas corpus, and she was released yesterday. So it's an interesting moment here. We're making our way to the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. The vehicle in the middle being sandwiched here, well guarded. The blue Jeep Ford, well guarded, is the vehicle carrying Councilor Gloria Moses Scott and 3 others being arrested here by the Liberia National Police. Well guarded. We have another police vehicle at the front, another one at the side, another one behind, and the sheriff of the court right next to the vehicle. So we're making our way. In a moment, we will soon arrive at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. They've been arrested. She will be taken to police custody and however forwarded to court on today. After 4, by 6 o'clock or 4, the court should be closed. So, former Chief Justice, former Maryland County Senator, been taking former Justice Minister of the Republic of Liberia. So my name is Stephen Flammer, and we are following this case. The vehicle is highly protected. This is ensuring that national security goes on to answer the charges. Brought before the police, arrested. All right, going back to the court. Go back to the court. So they're making their way to the court, we're making our way to the Monrovia City Court on the grounds of the Temple of Justice, where she's being brought. So she's being brought here. Being brought before the court. So we are here. So we did not use that side because vehicles are allowed to ply. That's route. So the riot police officers from the Liberia National Police are here. This is a dramatic moment on the grounds of the Temple of Justice, where she once served as Chief Justice. She's being brought here today as Chief. She's being charged by the Liberia Justice. She's being brought here today. Criminal conspiracy and providing false statement to law enforcement officers. She's been brought. Here comes the vehicle. The vehicle carrying the vehicle in the middle. The vehicle is the vehicle bringing. This is the vehicle. This is the vehicle. She will disembark the vehicle. See, already they're trying to disembark all from this vehicle. My name is Truman Farmer. We're here at the headquarters, on the grounds of the Temple of Justice in Monrovia. Councillor Gloria Moses Scott is being brought along with 3 others on the grounds of the Temple of Justice. She was charged yesterday. Disembarking the vehicle. So soon being engaged counsel. So, bro, here. This is it. This is being brought. Disembark. Trying to disembark the vehicle. Councillor Gloria Moses Scott has been arrested, along with 3 members of her family. Here they are. Monrovia City Court. Shut the door. Yeah. The Monrovia City. So the former Chief Justice has been taking she's been taken in the Monrovia City Court. We are still here waiting to see whether she will be taken to Monrovia Central Prison today. Wait and see what's going to happen here. Okay, yes. So we're going to be talking to one of Liberia's best veteran reporters from the court, from ERBC, Madam Fabienne Kuya. She's going to tell us from here what next going to happen. So the court, yeah, all of us officers here. They're not allowing anybody in the court, but the other comments are only us are supposed to carry the declaration of this office, us are supposed to carry the. So we are still here at the Monrovia City Court, where she's been taken. Yes. Okay, we have our colleague from ERBC, and she's going to update us from here what's going to happen. Fabienne, welcome to Spoon TV Live. Well, thank you so kindly for having me here. I think we'll take that, okay? Thank you so kindly for having me here. Now, what's going to happen is yesterday, making the hours for reduction fire and rid of previous problems against the police and the Minister of Justice to produce a living body, which of course they have some eyewitnesses, the report and the judge of criminal members of the legal team, they just proposed a new association over they have no evidence. And so based on that, she was released to her lawyer for 1 period. We knew the government official said, we knew the governor of Liberia said the 48 hours does not expire, and so they have more time to either arrest her today, if not yesterday. And so they implemented the 48 hours term, which of course today they arrested her not too long from her 19th Street residence, and she's been brought to the Monrovia City Court. But what's going to happen in there is that the charges that we heard that have been levied against she and 3 others, murder, criminal conspiracy, and raising false alarm, murder supersedes also from the Monrovia City Court, where she entered in the presence of every security guys. From there, she definitely will be whisked off to jail. Yeah, she will definitely be risk of, because for murder it's not delivered under our law. So we are outside and we're going to see what's going to play in there, because you saw the correction officer bus around in the presence of huge police officers here. So we are waiting what's going to happen in there, because obviously, as I said earlier, murder is non-billable among the crimes and it supersedes her. So we expect her to be on her way to South Beach soon.
So why this is a criminal matter? So we would like to know why we have to come here first to this court.
Yes, because it's the first court of instance. The Monrovia City Court is a smaller court that lacks jurisdiction over murder cases. And so he or she has to be taken at the Monrovia City Court first, where she will be charged. And then later on, when you are indicted, you either go to criminal court A or B, because those are cases criminal courts. And as I said earlier, Monrovia City Court is the first court of instance. And so when anything happens, it's the first court that they have to bring to, and from the charge sheet, probably she's going to be indicted by the government, and we expect to hear that case either in criminal court A or B.
Will the charges be reviewed here?
Yes, obviously, if they came with the police charge sheet, which of course we are getting reports that based on the rate of arrest, the charges are all mentioned there. And so if it's being read in open court, as I said earlier, this could lacks jurisdiction, because the crime of murder supersedes all. So the Monrovia City Court cannot look into that matter. And when they have been sent to jail, the next time when we see them coming, they will be indicted by the governor of Liberia. And we hope to meet at either criminal court A or B.
Thank you, Fabian, for talking to us.
Thank you, too.
She's EOBC veteran reporter, Fabian. We are the papers update about what's going to happen here from this court. She said this court is the first court in the jurisdiction here that any matters will be taken here, and then first afterward forwarded to other courts from here. If an indictment has been drawn, she must be taken to the Monrovia Central Prison. And earlier on, we saw the correction bus here from the Monrovia Central Prison, maybe somewhere around in this year. And afterwards, we're waiting to see riot police officers are here in Monrovia, where Councillor Gloria Moses Scott has been taken to the court here. So they're going to review the charges. The charge is genuine enough. She might just go to jail while the case is ongoing, because according to lawyers, the crime is non-bailable murder, criminal conspiracy, by the false statement officer, especially murder on the entire, all the charges being levied against Madam Gloria Moses Scott and the rest of the family members. From the grounds of the Temple of Justice, where she once served as Justice Minister and also the Attorney General of the Republic of Liberia. She's being brought here for questioning. And
we apologize. There will definitely rejoin the feed from the grounds of the Temple of Justice, where Trokon Flama is there, one of our many reporters and correspondents following what is unfolding at the Temple of Justice.
Taken to prison on today, one that everyone's eyes is on. So indeed, this is it. My name is Trokon Flama, coming to you live from the grounds of the Temple of Justice in Monrovia. Schools of people, family members, locals, and Bostoners have come to watch this milestone. As you can see, this is the house of this is the yard of the National Legislature staff house. Watch what's happening in here. So we are waiting outside to see what's going to happen. Police officers well prepared just for unforeseen circumstances. She's been taken to court. She was detained yesterday, now brought before the Monrovia City Court. This is the Eastern Court, as reporters here call it. And from here, the matter will be taken to other courts because they don't have jurisdiction over criminal cases. State prosecutors and the team of lawyers for Councillor Gloria Musu-Scott are all in there. This is a monumental historic for country to see. Many are hoping that the right thing should be done. This is it here. We're in the premises of the Temple of Justice in Monrovia. Follow me live. My name is Trokon Flammer, and then bringing you this broadcast from Capitol Hill in Monrovia. So the resident of Councillor Gloria Musu-Scott in Virginia, where the incident happened, has been declared as a crime scene. So since the incident occurred, she moved 16th Street to a 16th Street resident where she was issued the writ and subsequently brought here to the Monrovia City Court. From here, she might be taken to Monrovia Central Prison, South Beach, as it's been called. This is one of the lawyers of Councillor Gloria Musu-Scott. Yeah. So, still here at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police and on the grounds of the Temple of Justice in Monrovia. Trying to see what else get a glance of the correction bus on the correction center. So we're here, and I guess the legal battle is ongoing every day. My name is Trokon Flammer, and you're watching Spoon TV live here from Temple of Justice. We'll try to take a break. We're sorry to our many listeners and followers. We try to take a break, rest and adjust. our equipment and get our microphone, everything ready for the real one that is expected. From here, maybe to the Monrovia Central Prison. We're going to take our break and come right back as we await a real deal. My name is Trokon Flammer.
So, Chokon Flaman there reporting live from the grounds of the Temple of Justice on Capitol Hill, where it is happening as we speak. The former Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia, Councilor Gloria M. Musu Scott, and three others. Let me name the three others as well, who were also arrested by the Liberia National Police on the charges of murder, criminal conspiracy, and making false statements to law enforcement. So, Councilor Gloria Musu Scott, old lady Rebecca Ude Wisner, the old lady you saw in the pictures there, the video that was being helped, by Councilor Scott and others to walk. That's old lady Rebecca Ude Wisner, Gertrude Newton, and one Alice Johnson. They were the four that have been arrested formally by the Liberia National Police and charged on the following counts. According to Title 26 of the Liberian Code of Laws Revised, that is the penal law of the Republic of Liberia, Title 26, murder, which is the highest on that list. Murder is 14.1 of the penal code of Liberia, 14.1. Criminal conspiracy is 10.4, and making false statements is 13.31. So those three charges leveled against the former Chief Justice and three others. So they are all now going to be co-defendants once this case kickstarts, whether or not they are going to have a class trial or they will have a seven trial where they will be separated and each person will be defended by his or her legal counsel. That is to be seen. But as it is, murder is a first-degree felony in Liberia. It's a non-billable crime. And looking at the time, it's 4:22, 5 p.m. The court closes in Liberia officially. So if murder is the charge that the court is going to take, the Monrovia City Court does not have the jurisdiction over murder cases because murder is way above the jurisdiction of the Monrovia City Court. They would then be committed. A commitment will be made and they will be committed to the Monrovia Central Prison, known in Liberia as South Beach. So, Honorable Fagon, it's over to you. Just yesterday, we saw the legal team of Councilor Scott and those that were detained enjoying a short-lived victory, now it can be termed as, and the government going back to making sure that they follow due process of the law by having them officially arrested and forwarded to court. So the process is on, and we're watching once they emerge from the city court. Shokon and the rest of our guys on the ground, they are going to make sure that they follow to see where next they will be headed, whether to the Monrovia City, the Central Prison, what we call South Beach, or they'll be allowed to be built out if the lesser charges are taken by the court that they can be built out on. We'll see, but we're following this to the fullest.
Thank you, Diamond. Diamond, as a journalist in Monrovia, you followed this story. There was a little girl who was injured and said to have been taking treatment at the hospital. There were two girls, according to the narrative that was given to us. And one of the guys, who is a former pastor who rescued the girls, said that he had dropped one to, what the place name in Barnersville? Fetcono, something like that, Fetcono. And on his way to Redemption Hospital, taking the other little girl, they called him back to the hospital and said he should come for the girl and that the girl was dying. He came back for her and took them both to the hospital. The other little girl was said to have been receiving treatment. What's the status of that little girl? Do you know?
No, I do not know the status of that particular girl in question you're talking about. We've been trying to gather the information whether or not she's amongst the three others, excluding the Chief Justice. Whether she's among, because we see a very young lady as well wearing pinkish light hoodie. Whether she's the one that has been treated and now she's been named as a suspect. So we'll be following that up. Those are some of the information we want our guys on the ground to gather, whether or not that was the person involved in the case who was then injured at the point in time, whether she is the one that has recovered and is now a suspect according to the Liberia National Police.
Wow. This could bring about the twist. This could bring about the twist in the case, because when it happened and it was fresh, we were told that the two girls were being rushed to the hospital. That Shalom was taken to some clinic around Fifth Corner or something like that. And that the other little girl was, and he kept saying little girl, and that's why I'm saying little girl too. He said that the other girl was taken to another hospital. But since this case has been going on, Diamond, we've not heard about the other girl that was taken to the hospital. And that is why I'm asking for her, because she could be the one wearing the hoodie that he was referring to as the little girl. But then on my side, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm seeing, should I say little girl? A big side girl.
Mm-hmm.
Are we missing something here?
So again, the description of little girl could have come out from the individual based on his informal way of describing her, either in age difference, from his age. He's looking at that to say a little girl. But Alice Johnson, the name of that sort is in this letter as well. Is in this rate as well. So Alice Johnson, if Alice Johnson is the one, then maybe his description of her as a little girl was based on his own calculation in age range, but if you look at the rates that we have, especially the letter from the counselors representing Councillor Musu Scott, they did account for 4 persons that the Liberia National Police officially invited over. The former Chief Justice, Councillor Gloria M. Musu Scott, old lady Rebecca Ude Wisner, Gertrude Newton. The other dark lady is Gertrude Newton, and Alice Johnson. So the police could have determined that though she might have sustained injuries, she's a person of interest at that point in time, and now has been escalated or elevated to the status of a suspect and being charged. So though she might have sustained injuries, they deemed her as a person of interest and now, a suspect in this case. So we are all waiting to hear what the narrative is, what sort of evidence the police investigators gathered that will subsequently turn over to the prosecutors. And the prosecutors are now going to use that evidence, whether it's strong enough to go there and get an indictment from the grand jury. And they will look at the evidence to see, okay, do we have enough to stick murder? The police might think they have enough to stick murder, but when prosecutors look at the evidence, they're looking at it from all angles. They're looking at it from where the defense is going to bore holes in their argument. They're going to look at, is their forensic evidence strong? What happened at the crime scene? Was the crime scene contaminated as people intruded? Do we have DNA evidence in Liberia? Who touched what? What was the murder weapon? Did they gather that forensic evidence gathering? Did they do all of that? Are they depending on eyewitness account? And lawyers say your word is as good as mine. If you don't have substantive evidence to back, your word is as good as mine. What's the credibility of witnesses that will be presented? Will we see expert witnesses coming to testify on behalf of the prosecution and the defense? So a lot is going to play out in this case. This is just the beginning of the entire legal process. Are we going to see a prolonged case, a prolonged trial? No. This trial, has sparked the interest of not just Liberians, but the international community as well. So we'll see a lot in this case. But is it going to drag on? It's not going to drag on as other cases or low-profile cases. This is going to be a case that is going to be fast-tracked to a greater extent, Minister Fago.
Well, thank you very much. Brilliant analysis. And when the guy spoke yesterday, he said the 4 persons were present at the time of the commission of the act. And when we followed this case on the 23rd, there was another girl who was also injured. We will not attempt to judge the case here, but I'm beginning to think about something. Because it just came to mind that there was another girl. And from what you're saying, we could see a prolonged trial or a fast-track trial. Either ways, we pray that justice will be served. I sent you a picture with a guy holding monies in his hands, bundles. He was referred to as Shiki. Shiki was a very well-known government operative. And he is said to have been the chief operative of Mr. Siwa Briggs, the chief bodyguard to President George Manawia. Shiki, as the noise was going on yesterday, Diamond, Shiki was announced dead by many of his friends. I encountered Shiki briefly, and many persons allege that Shiki was the one who did the dirty work for George Wias's bodyguard. Those allegations were permeating our atmosphere in the country. But on one occasion, something happened with Shiki. And before we go to Shiki, it is important, Shiki, like you said, Dan Shiki, powerful guy. Before we go to Shiki, there was another operative directly assigned with Jefferson Koji. That operative is none other than Valley Teller. When this case happened, there is Teller. When this case happened, if you have another picture, a good shot of him, when it happened, Teller was said to have been the man that carried out this act. He was accused. But one of the persons, that's Teller with the Israeli gun, they call it some N-O something. But I will give you Noringa. That's the Noringa 23 over there on his belt. And that's another weapon, different kind he's carrying. Also, the police officers are not supposed to carry guns. But there was a guy who is alleged again to have worked with Valley Teller in carrying out the death of Matthew Innes. I repeat, it is alleged, just as it was alleged that he carried out the killing at Gloria Musu's place, it was also alleged that he and Mustafa were the ones, Fawaz. This is Mustafa Fawaz in his city police uniform. If you look there, you will see Mustafa Fawaz on the stretcher at the hospital where he was rushed. The story of Mustafa Fawaz, as you see him laying there, a motorbike was sent for him to bring him to the city hall to report, to answer for some disturbances. As they passed by the Kailondo area, the man bringing Mustafa on the motorbike slowed down and jumped. And the Morovia City Corporation pickup truck, driven by an unknown driver, which we will find out later, ran over Mustafa on the motorcycle. He was taken to the hospital, where later it was said that he would be airlifted to Ghana for treatment. On the way to the airport, Mustafa died. That is his story. Well, Shiki is a guy that was caught with a barrage of arms, knowing that he was an operative of Mr. Sewell. Do you have the video? Do you have the video so we don't be the one talking?
Shiki, yes. You on camera recording, you tell me how you get a weapon. How you got this weapon?
What he said, Eugene, you got the weapon for me?
Hey, you see that thing here, how you got this weapon? Illegal possession of firearms.
You see what your brother and your...
And not one, but two. Are you a secret president, Shiki?
Eugene.
Listen. How you got a weapon? How you got this weapon? How you got a weapon? I mean, is that the man embarrass you? All
right, this for me.
How you got a weapon?
G-Man.
Eugene, yes.
How you got this weapon, Chidi?
People are not telling my friend different place.
How you got this weapon? Where did you weapon? Don't touch it. Wait, how you got a weapon? What?
How you got a weapon?
How you got a weapon?
Yeah, mama.
How you got a weapon first? Mama, I said stop. He said money in the bed on the money. How you got a weapon? How you got a weapon?
Now, for the narrative of this, the man called Shiki was a well-known operative between Siwa and Jefferson Koji. It is alleged that he was part of the operations of many of the other operations. The man whose voice you're hearing interrogating Shiki as to how he got the weapon is none other than the Monrovia City Corporation Police Director, Thomas Gow. Gow had moved on Shiki because he had a tip-off that Shiki was the mastermind behind a couple of things, but that Shiki was talking too much. In the first operation, as you saw in the video, they said, everyone cut your videos off, only the director video should be on. He mentioned the name of Tekwa, a well-known Liberian businessman in the Philadelphia area, and Eugene, another friend of Shiki. Why are we showing you this video? This video will take you to the next audio, which we want for you to hear in bits and pieces as we explain. As the noise was going on yesterday at the Temple of Justice, 2 hours into the mess, Shiki was pronounced dead at the hospital. Now, the man who asked Shiki, where you got a weapon from? Who gave you this weapon? When he came to the U.S. recently and said he took back recordings, some of what he divulged to us, some of what he told us through a friend will now be played. Played the first segment. I'd like to welcome...
Just stay away from some of these things then at the end of the day. You getting me, Obina? Stay away. You understand? Because that gun issue, you remember when you send it to me, what did I tell you? And I said you must report it to NSA, right?
Yeah.
And I even send you what's Samsung's number, right? Fine. So a Seward had to go and go into by that time you had already given the gun to Koji. So he see what went to Koji and pick up the gun from him. You see that? And Shiki had been with.
People can come today with LMP. The first 2 men called Primola, I should report. I said, don't never tell me that I don't work for you. And when you report, it should be on record. Send it to the mail communication. Then be aware. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't come to report you proud and get given instruction. No. I'm the other city police and I'm deputy and I'm reporting to you. Just by the fact you're deputy director, deputy inspector general for crime service, and I'm report to you. So don't come to that. They're going to do that on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, my city on Facebook, go to start listening. So I said, okay, so I'm not scared. I said, 10 also they are listening. So go to there listening, and they're listening, and they call it going.
Is that the first segment, Diamond?
Yes, it is. That's the first segment.
Hold your peace. Let me welcome the former CEO, my chimney. Don't go, Diamond, don't go. This is very important. I will bring in the CEO because I want him to follow, and then we'll bring in the CEO. He said he mentioned the name Prince Mulba. That was the crime services big man that were on the screen, giving all that thing yesterday involving this case. He also confirmed that the weapons he confiscated was given to Koji and not to the NSA. He also said that as far as he's concerned, the people from LNP called him in connection with the stupidity, and he told them XYZ as you heard. Let's go listen to his second clip if you have it.
I see. And well, why he the Seabreeze calling you back to back for now?
You know, I read the station before.
They said Shiki, and somebody called me yesterday. They said, but Shiki with Seabreeze 24/7. So I even surprised. He said the man Shiki is living with Seabreeze. See what breeze?
Before the man could die, the staying with Seabreeze. Even the man does it, and says, man to go there.
Yeah, but why Shiki will be running around with all those guns and see what breeze giving him no guns and he running around with? That picking. You know, at NSA when I was there, Shiki took a gun for somebody once. Yeah. That noise came. The noise came. We talk. I think he was the same Siwa that came. But after I didn't take notice that Siwa with him. You get it, my man? Tell me you clear your side. You get me? You turn a gun over.
But you know what I got suspended and I seen man told my and they were running that actually come out because that marriage were in that took that thing from Chile.
Oh, they gone?
Since that time, that if you the next time calling me, myself when I'm talking.
Oh, when you took the gun from Shiki, then he managed, he didn't see what breed managed you.
Yeah. So when I got suspended, it was very, very happy on my case. Somebody said we call him about Tekwa.
Yeah.
Who they talking about in the video?
Yeah.
They call it Tekwa, you know Tekwa, US citizen too, but yeah, you go by his state, but not business there.
Yeah.
It's really called it Tekwa. There wasn't in that's one calling for America because Tekwa do well in the state. And then well in the city.
Yeah. Tekwa can bring African food and things. Yeah.
Very good.
I know Tekwa.
So that Tekwa.
Hey, you got cigar bar in Liberia?
Yeah, I was in Belgium. Tekwa called me. So he said, well, yeah, no. I said, yeah. He said, no, put it on. He said, put it around. He said, put it around. He said, what between you and Seabreeze? I said, wait, matter. He said, well, it's going to garage, that's smoothing to Pascal. He said, the passport. He said, that's smoothing that message about you. I said, that's smoothing that message about you. The man ate you the hair. I said, well, the man that's the shoes on it. He said, I see. He said, but be careful with me now.
Well, thank you. That's the second portion. Clearly, you see that Siwa was calling him back to back. It is confirmed by Thomas Gao, the city police director, again, that this deceased gentleman lived with Siwa, worked for Siwa, carried out acts for Siwa, and even when Thomas Gao, was suspended, it was Siwa behind his suspension and was happy. At the end of it all, we're talking about weapons and operatives, people that are alleged to have carried out acts incompatible with the status. We'll listen to Thomas Gower again, give us the third part, and this part will interest you the most.
The main thing here, Shabu, you know, I'm a swab man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not walking naked. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And yeah, you know, I'm very tired. I can calculate both of them. Is that I'm not telling you that you know me. Sure.
I want to allow.
Oh, man, that's sleep for you down there and get your commodity. Get they know my waist like you only get be free. And they know I'm moving, they're supposed to be in car on back with my dog and carry count.
Yeah.
They keep on them my star. Don't tell them man for your name.
I mean, just keep being vigilant. Yeah. Just be more tactical because you know right now you got there are more front lines opening against you, especially Siwa. You know Siwa are dangerous guy. Very dangerous. Yeah. I mean, your wife is a prayerful person. Nothing the man will plan against you that will ever succeed. Trust me. Nothing will plan against you. I see. Oh, he did. See what? Oh, he got AR-15. Yeah. I got a lot of ratio with the going to be ratio. When King wants small product. So that AR-15 I want to take that I would put at the one at the inside area, but that AR-15. And the AR-15, is it an American gun? The M4 automatic. Yeah, the AR-15. They got it from America too, right? Probably the only thing I can't invest in the gas tank, the car tank. Okay. And that weapon for sea breeze too. But she can get going. Yeah, she can get going. Yeah. No way. When you're ready to get she be passport, you put three and your passport, you medical, you know. Exactly. Shigi. Yeah. You can't doubt it because you know CB don't have big people in our country now. We CB probably employ him and get him back. I trust you. I will engage you and take it right. But if you are exposed, man, in the second way, I trust you because the city will whoa. Is it called the come and answer what you Jeffrey, man, I don't tell you nothing because Jeffrey, man. He's an agent. The agent. And I answer to you, man. Agent, I know you didn't read. Yesterday, put it out, Jeffrey, man. Call him there, I don't wait for you. Yeah. I will let the president, the president, they happen to know me. I will be very happy that he has the president before leader of the picture. Man, the situation there. God money you. Let me get to my destination. I will try to organize something for you, yeah, brother? Yeah. Yeah. Just saying a number in case. Yeah. Just text it to me so that once I will just send wave it. Yeah? My regards to the council. All right, my man. You take care now. Okay. All right.
At the end, my regards to the counselor. He was talking about somebody that he recorded and said things about. But before I bring in the legendary media mongo, these were things you were supposed to take from his last recording. Thomas Gow said Siwa Briggs was behind his suspension. He then went on to say, if he was not tactical, he would have been dead by now. Meaning, Gow knows that the operators do finish off each other. He said, whenever I move around, I don't move around naked. They know me. He was not talking about armed robbers, opposition. He was talking about his own people. Then he went on to say that some men passed through Suru. He said the men that went through Suru to disarm him. Dama, you heard that, so that they can gain access to him. Why would it be saying that the guys went to Siwa and his men went to Pache Suru to disarm him so that they can gain access to him? But he repeated 2 times. I repeat 2 times that Siwa Briggs will not survive. Those were his words. He played the tape, you will hear him. He will not survive. Second time again, he said it. He will not survive. But he said, had Shiggy pull out the AR-15, he was going to waste him, and you are going to see him in South Beach. Those were his own words. Had he pulled out the AR-15, you are going to see, I'm going to waste him and end up in Sobish. Let me welcome the legendary media Mongol. You've heard our commentary. You heard it from Gloria Musu Scott all the way to the now deceased, another operative of the government, Shiki. Confessions from the former city police director, and the video we show as evidence that he was the one with the weapons, collecting them from Siwa Briggs, chief bodyguard to the president, as well as operating with other operatives. What sayest thou, my friend? Welcome to the program. It's always a pleasure to have you. Today, you've been so nice. It's scary because you come in with jobo like that. When I see you cool like this, I can get scared because I don't know what's next.
No, Fagon. Let me welcome all your followers and thank you very much. Damon, how you doing? Fagon, I'm kind of shocked.
Yeah, I can see that. Damo said was shocked. I look at Damo for a long time. Damo just stuck. He was frozen. But this is our platform. Reliable sources, 360. I mean, reliable info, 360. We don't give you our opinion. We show you or play facts for you in real time.
Fagon, but you just said that he's the former police MCC director, police director. Is he
no, he's not
now?
former. He's the current.
So yeah, so I just wanted to correct that because he's a former MCC police director. So, but my thing is that it's shocking to me. you know, and I told you yesterday, and I will say this again. I'm going to turn my page. I'm going to start praying for President George Manawea. This is knocking on. Let's go back. We were little during summer kind of Doe period, right? When everybody around Doe felt that they was doing the Doe's work, they were working for Doe. And I don't know if Damo will have to read the history book for him to understand, because he was picking at a time, or maybe he was just in heaven hanging around. But you got to understand here, you know, everybody felt that they were working for Doe and working in Doe's interests. But at the end of the day, Fagon, Prince Johnson alone with his men captured Doe. I went and I saw Doe body on stretcher. Me. Towards St. Paul Bridge. We were picking and we ran. We went around the body. What did I know at the time? But I went there. And everybody that said, Mr. President, Doe, you are doing the right thing, they found a way. They ran away. They ran away. Some of them are alive today enjoying with the family. But Doe is no more. Let's fast forward to Chasteda. Everybody what I was saying, Chief Gange, you the man, Gange.
Are you afraid to name them? Ure, Siri Allen, Chauncey Richardson, Nathaniel Barnes, Toga Gawe McIntosh, Daniel Chia. They were all around Charles Taylor. But it's only him now at the Hague. Everybody
that was saying, and you forgot this, our other friend, what's his name from CPP? We can include his name. How you call this guy?
Former defense minister?
No, the former national security advisor of Louis Brown. Everybody. They you know, they praise the man. They say, yes, you're doing a good job. Yes. But where is he today? Where is Gange today? I hope the president can listen. Seeing that the law will be the law. Make no mistake, the law will be the law. But seeing that the president name is dragged into this nonsense, and the president didn't approve it, but people that are loyal to him, Damo, they're doing this thing. Listen to the police, the MCC police director, listen to him. Explaining from one point to another point, talking about criminality. Just listen to him. I got nothing to say, but we can say play this over and over and over again. Let the Liberian people hear it for themselves. You don't even have to say, oh, disclaimer, because that's your show. You pay for your show, Fagon. I would not say nothing more than that. But I have a question for you. As Liberians listen to us and they listen to these things, Gawa is explaining about arms and ammunition, about how they will waste him, how he will waste a person. That rebel terminology, waste. I will waste you. That he feared nothing. He only loyal to Jefferson Koji and Jefferson Koji alone. And so when somebody asks, well, how did Jerome Verdier know? This man at the end of, you know what he said? My greetings to the great counselor. Say hi to the counselor for me. Must anybody tell you then who gave him Jerome information? It's common sense, Liberians. This man talking to Sheikh. But let me go back to this case if I'm going to ask my question. I know this guy. This guy that died, Fagon. Can you put up his picture? I beg you, Damo. I didn't know when you said Shiki, I didn't know that you guys call him Shiki. Hey, man. I want Liberians, if you're watching us, for you to look. And Damo also played that little clip when they were talking about the gun issue. Can you run it real quick? That video about the gun.
When Thomas Gower met him.
See, yes. You on camera recording, you tell me how you get a weapon. How you got this weapon?
Well, he said, Eugene, you got the car for me?
Hey, you see exactly in here, how you got this weapon? Illegal possession of firearms.
Okay, so thank you very much, Diamond. The reason why I want us to show this picture and show the clip, Diamond, thank you very much. You can take the picture down. Fagon, let me ask you a question. Let's be fair for your own program today, because that's not my program. But for your program, let's be fair for a minute. Fagon, how does this relate? Maybe I missed that part. To what happened today, the arrest of Gloria Muslim Sky?
This simply tells you, you are watching crime, purported crime, acts of crime, and our government sit back. I pray that Diamond loads the next tape I just sent him. Bro, that one, if you hear it, you will hear Thomas Gower implicating Valley Teller as somebody who was sent to kill him.
If I go before they play that next clip, though, we got to set a stage. And I know we will be having folks.
So 30 seconds. You said, how does it relate to this one, right?
Thank you. Yes.
You remember that Teller was accused. It was alleged he carried out the killing. And there were a whole lot of jobo. But all these guys have been operating between Koji, all the people that are alleged to have carried out these acts have been operating between Koji, Siwa Briggs, Thomas Gower, and others. Mustafa Fawaz, for example, is alleged to have killed, along with Valley Teller, they are alleged to have been the ones that killed Matthew Innes. We saw the blue pickup truck. Then comes Shiki. Shiki is alleged to have been the one moving around with cars at night, with guns, and taking care of people. But the video clearly shows Thomas Gower then is raiding Shiki for the gun. But Thomas Gower now is confessing to Siwa's Briggs' involvement and the others. You see how they all relate? But bottom line, take Gloria Scott from there. Look at their own circle. They are accusing each other of killings, weapons, all that stuff. The last clip, if Damo has it ready, if he plays it, you will be disturbed.
They're finding how to get rid of me.
Yeah, they were
going to show that without vanity, man. That one in your coat. And I caught and placed my weapon on. When Jess was spraying me, immediately he sent the guys in my office.
Watch the music, Diamond. Diamond, the music.
Yeah. That's why I tell you about the Amber. That part just get it weapon to the pool. Like we don't see the weapon. So that's a stupid man.
I mean, you know, Padre. But you know, Padre.
If you don't have a weapon for you, you know that when I spray, wasting the pocket.
I know. Trust me. But you know, Padre. You know, Padre always over here on Center Street there.
Yeah.
The music in the weapon, it's only in the recording.
Yeah, but you know, then they would stop your show. That's what I'm saying. You know, the restriction from Facebook. So they try to extract, because of copyright, we got to be very careful, or else your show will be black. If I go.
But however, you heard him confess that the guys were going to kill him. You heard him also confess that the weapon Valley Teller was carrying was his weapon. It came from the horse's own mouth. You hear him also say that Koji sent people to go disarm him if he wasn't smart. That's a lot. Why should we be in a country where people that should protect us are talking about murder, killings?
So my question, Fagon, and sorry because I had to do a lot of stuff today. I came late upon your invite. But my question here is that where are the Liberians leaders?
They're nowhere.
The police, the MCC police director spoke. Have they carried out an investigation, Fagon? Did they talk to him? When he started calling names, Shiki, when he called Valley Teller name, they just let it be. So I'm kind of confused. And and where are the Liberians leaders? Why are they not speaking? Especially when you're on the opposition block, though. Fagon, when you are on the opposition block, why are you not speaking? Or is it because this woman support UP? I feel for President George Manor we are here.
But look at the urgency, Stanton. Stanton, look at the urgency. Look at the energy, the resources, the urgency they're putting behind this case. Could they not have done the same for Bate Niswa, Gifty Lama, Abba Peters, George Fambutu, Matthew Innes, Precious Cooper? Look at the exuberance, the energy, the ferocity. Look at the urgency being placed on this matter because she's the lawyer of the opposition political parties. Armed robbery, you don't even see them running like that. Killings, you will not even see them. But we must clear Jefferson Koji name to the letter. His name must be clear. If his name is clear, it's clear. But treat every case with a matter of urgency. Treat every murder case in order to bring
real
justice.
Quick, Fagon, before we go, I had one question that someone sent me, but I was thinking about that question. Let me ask you, Fagon. We will keep some for tonight, but I need to ask you with your audience on like this. You're doing extremely well by the great day number 2. Thank you. Great program.
But let me ask on Monday, right? You can on Monday,
if you
right?
invite me, if my schedule is clear, but I need to ask you this, so Fagon. Seriously
Don't
speaking.
run away. Monday is Stanton Witherspoon's day. 2 hours. Stanton Witherspoon will be telling everything. It will be our actual debut day. It's not where we're doing pilot project. Tomorrow is our last pilot to see how we work. But Monday, you will see the pharmacy. The main court alone are jealous. I'm going to look for close to wear tonight because it will be my debut show and I got to make it the best. Answer your question. I finished talking my own.
Yeah, now you not make me forget.
You said, let me ask you. Every day, get
but you're not so plenty, then you forget. But Fagon, seriously speaking, our country right now, while you close your program though, what do you think President West should be doing right now? Especially God, nobody put finger in his mouth. He spoke very clearly about everything that is happening. Okay? Yeah. What do you think President West should be doing right now? I put this on the precedent, right? The allegations, you can call it allegations. The allegations about Gao, Valley Teller, Jefferson Koji. Why the president still sticking to his guns?
I don't call it allegation again. I call it confession. You heard it from the people in their own mouth. You saw a video with the guns. You saw the man talk about AR-15. You heard what he said. He pulled it out, going to waste him.
No, it's an allegation because it's an allegation because nobody, he didn't say that we killed Gloria Mususka's daughter.
No, I'm not talking about Gloria Mususkat. I'm talking about that Uno thing now.
Okay.
That Uno thing, move Gloria from inside completely. Look at that Uno thing there. If you were president and watching this show right now, you'll be like, you're saying for that man here. When you took the gun, you were advised to take the gun to NSA. Where the guns landed. He clearly said Koji took it.
Thank you. Let me just jump in. I'm begging you. And I beg you, Dama. I know we went over 4 minutes. Thank you, Damo. Okay.
Damo will pay you for the
Was it
man.
Shiki? Was Shiki sick? Was he sick? This gentleman.
Shiki's stomach, someone who knows Shiki operated with Shiki, they all been together. Even Shank. Shiki's stomach has been like that for 20 years. It's been like that for almost 20 years. How Shiki looking? Shiki call it Shalai, okay. But under the heavy noise of Glorious Scott, only for me to see RRP. Shiki has been looking like that forever. And you know what? I put
When was he taken to the hospital?
Until yesterday.
So he was taken to the hospital yesterday.
Eyewitnesses saw him.
Okay, but we do not have his medical diagnosis. We don't have the cause of death.
No, but what I'm saying is that the operatives are going one by one. That I know, and that is a fact.
So you are not ruling out that probably he was sick and he died because of the illness.
I'm not ruling that out. What I am saying is this. They are dying one by one. Whether of natural causes or unnatural causes, for me, it don't matter. Look at Mustafa's death. Mustafa Fawaz. They sent for him on Oro. They sent a bike for him. He got on the bike. He's a city police officer, an official of the city police department. Not small man. He was living in Kojiya along with Valley Talent. That, my friend, is a fact. He gets on the motorbike and to come to Ellen Johnson study place to turn around there, the bike man slowed down and jumped off the bike. This is factual story. The MCC pickup truck comes from Eaton Way, Ellen Johnson study side. Turn in, and the driver said he lost control, killing Mustafa Fawaz, a senior officer of the Morovia City Department. I should say killing, knocking him off the back and roll over him. He was taken to the hospital. It's factual. They went there with a pickup truck and said they were taking him to the hospital. Between the hospital, they were taking him to Ghana for treatment. Between the hospital and the airport, Mustafa Fawaz died. Those are facts. I'm not alleging. I'm giving you facts.
What was going on with your people, Fagot? Because your people, you invited me on your show. I'm asking questions. There's a CEO. Please leave our show with us. So I'm done with you and your people, man.
No.
Listen, you call me yet. No, but you call me to ask questions. These are, listen, the allegation to say somebody killed, we got to be careful. That's why we need to ask the question. Even when it comes to the radio account, we squeeze into question. So I'm not here to, go contrary to Fagon program, but we still need to ask the question, folks. Listen, Fagon can stand his own, he can defend himself, but we got to ask the fair question.
My man, you know they like you to be here. When one person said he like you, know that person.
I know the person leave our show alone. Leo with Fagon. Oh man, thank you very much. A good program.
It was a wonderful show. Where is Diamond, the best in the country? Stand up.
So Mr. Fagon, I appreciate the compliments, but if you add one of the best, I will appreciate that because they are so many.
So you want me to choose? And I choose. Let the choose their own.
No, but I have to also tell you that there are so many great journalists that I look up to that I learn from in Liberia.
Okay,
so I will appreciate one of the best.
What's stopping you from choosing your own? Why you can't choose your own? Choose your own. Who is the best?
One of the
no. Stay right here. Who is the best in the whole country? Choose your own.
But ask me, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Okay,
let others do it, but I would say one of the best
country?
because there are others that
I believe you have a lot of good journalists in Liberia.
That's why I said I'm looking for the best.
Let me answer your question. And I think Dama is one of the best.
I mean, I said, who is the best? If you know the best, then explain how somebody called you yesterday for diamond number.
I know, but I can't say that one on air now because Dama will get in situation you can't handle.
That's what he will tell you, so. You have become a celebrity overnight. Don't overlook it.
Not only one, not three. They are all females. They're asking for diamond number. So if Dama get a woman who now, then Dama in situation you can't handle.
Dama, is that today that I told you or I tell you last night, right? And when I came on the show, I told you again, I said, the people are asking for you. They say you handsome colors. They say you're very eloquent.
Dama get a woman who now then he got leave with gold because they said that all 3 females say they want Dama number. But Dama, I heard that you're about to travel. Let me mind my business, yeah. Let me go in my share. But man, this is not
go to the American embassy with Jane visa. He's the best.
I heard that Dama about to travel. But man, a wonderful show, Fagon. And I think Liberia deserves better. And I think that we should do this all the time. Your program is unique. Tonight, we can announce that we'll be speaking to the former LDCC boss by way of a phone line, Councilor Mountain. We'll be speaking to him tonight. We'll also be speaking to Jerome Verdier tonight. We pitch in to speak to one of the lawyers from the Unity Party camp. Once that is confirmed, we'll be bringing them on. We want to say to all of our fellow Liberians, this is your program, your network, the Spoon FM, Super FM, Fabric FM, and all the relays. Find the network on social media. We want to encourage you, make your business with Spoon, visit the center, go over to and speak to Madam Patricia Dapo, the business manager, speak to Ms. Titi, who was invited also today. I think I can clearly announce she was invited to the July 4th program at the American Embassy. There's so many network. They walk into the compound and they give her a personal invite. So the CEO, Madam Titi Kanen, will be speaking.
Madam Titi?
Invited to that program. Yes. So
I think I can be on date.
We want to say go to Liberia, you will balance. You will balance, go ahead. But we want to say that to all our fellow like are you crazy? You balance.
Can we chrome the happenings from the court right now? Because what I'm looking at, the former Chief Justice and the others have been brought out, so our viewers on Reliable Info 360.
Can you go live?
Yeah, we are live.
Okay. No, I said, can you go live from the court?
Yeah, that's what he's trying to do.
We got somebody live from the court.
They can call it Krumo.
My man, I'm John on this.
1 minute, the internet is tripping. But let's see if we can bring that in.
One lady said on the live feed that Diamond got sleepy eyes. I said, but until you get Chinese eyes.
Yes, stand up.
So the internet is bad. I'll be playing it from my phone so that we get the audio.
Okay.
The Chief Justice, former Chief Justice, the Republic of Liberia will be taking her the former Chief Justice taking to Monrovia Central Prison here. This is it. Yeah. We move him to Monrovia Central Prison. Three orders.
They've been put in the back of a pickup truck.
Dama, you can't come on. Dama, try to bring it on.
I'm trying for the internet. I'm trying to reconnect to the backup.
Monrovia Central Prison. He's been brought here. So we are here trying to make our way at the Monrovia Central Prison. No. So, no, you can make it? That car running, so we'll take. Wait! So we're making our way to Morongas Central Prison. The Monrovia Central Prison. So Melvin, you are a veteran, reporter for the court. What do you think? What's happening here? Yeah, so as you know, watching folks, the former Chief Justice and the three others, they have been escorted by state security to the Monrovia Central Prison because they're in the court. The whole lawyer filed bond, and because the judge said he needed a fair share of this entire proceeding. But again, the bomb couldn't come. So on that note, Rudy was reserved. They will go to prison today, where issue is first night, a prison, and then tomorrow, then tomorrow on Monday, they're going to come back, to see the bond and to know whether this bond valid, whatever, or charges that have been leveraged against the four of them, to be released, while the matter begins. So on that note, there is no other thing that can be done. But fighting on the fat end with law and keeping in this matter, they have to go to prison because the law provides for that. That if the bond cannot meet up, they have to go to jail. So the whatever charges still stay, which is the murder. You have the criminal conspiracy, and you have providing false statement to law enforcement officer. These charges still stay against the former Chief Justice, the former Senator of Maryland County, and the former Justice Minister Ben of Family. They are going to spend a night at the Central Prison. And Jacob, one thing I noticed when we went at the home, it's like they were already prepared for today's activity because when we went at their home, the luggages or bag, everything was already packed and they were all dressed already. So there's something that they were prepared, only awaiting the sheriff from the court, they can reach to this point. So here we are. We are around the Central Prison now. Melvin, someone would say, why they had to wait? They had the whole day. Why they had to wait until 3-4 o'clock before trying to arrest the former Chief Justice? Processes of So the Monrovia Central Prison, the vehicle carrying Gloria Musiska has just arrived, and we are here. This is Spoon TV Live. This is Spoon TV, and the vehicle moved in. Monrovia Central Prison has been shut, not allowing no one in. So this is it. Monrovia Central Prison has been closed. So Melvin, what's going to happen here now? She's going to spend her first night behind bars.
Yeah. So like you said, they have to spend their first night behind bars. The law provides for that, and so after that, then they're going to come to court so that the lawyers can present the bond they have filed, and the lawyer going to present the bond, and then the court going to look through the bond to see as to whether this bond is valid, and it means whatever, I think the weight of whatever charges of crime that have been leveraged against these people. But for the fact now, they are considered defendant, in this matter, they are considered defendant because the fact that the video was read and they pleaded not guilty or not guilty in our phone. So they have drawn issue with the state. So now the branding will relax on the should of the state and not to prove beyond all reasonable doubt as to where the issue of what you call a murder, criminal conspiracy lied in this matter. So we are here. This is the view of the Central Prison. As you see, the fence is so high. You see here, So it is not, something small. It is not something small. So the okay. So Melvin, I think what is happening in there now. Well, so like we told you folks, the former Chief Justice and colleague her family and the three others, they are going to spend their friend night here at the Mobile Center prison because this afternoon around 3 o'clock they were arrested by sheriff from the Mobile City Court where they were presented the rate and they went through the rate. It was signed for by the lawyers, and after that lawyers signed the rate and what I noticed there was you have the Nene Nyata family. She was there. You also have former Foreign Affairs Minister King Kubari, who was also there, and they all sang the Lone Star anthem twice along with the national anthem of Liberia. So they were all prepared because I saw that luggages and whatever they packed already. I saw that bags and whatever packed. We can tell the public that we see the arrival of opposition leaders. Opposition leaders are here because we are seeing Mr. Luca Tape. He's the chairperson of the former Good United Party. And for the matter of fact, and for record's sake, the former Chief Justice is one of the influence lawyers for the party. So I'm also seeing the Secretary General, he's also here, and the host of several others, opposition leaders, but mostly from the Unity Party, they are here. So there's something that it is not an easy thing seeing the former Chief Justice, the former Senator, and former Justice Minister, spending her first night at the Mobile Center prison. I won't say there where she was in other, but that's the Lord, and the Lord take its code. Nobody is above the law, most especially. Okay, the Unity Chairperson. I'm not sure it's against the law for us to come and see somebody being in prison. It's not against the law. Not visitation. We have come to see how you have your time to see the person in prison. Officer, the point here is that we have come to see how we have come to escort her to prison. And you said about the poor in jail. We come to see her in jail. We come to see her in jail. And you said about so we're not allowed to go in, right? The place is locked. Yes, sir. The place is I wish more. I will. I wish more. So, Honorable Chairman, we got other people over there coming for the place and we know them. So why would they be allowed? Chairman Tabe, what do you make of this? You've already been actually denied for this is complete total state of justice. That's all. It's a tactic. It's a tactic to do what? It's a tactic to do what, Chairman? So Chairman Luto Tape and police. So you remove the police.
that be the solution?
So I will make sure I draw out the president.
I'm speaking to the chairman.
Yeah, that's my secretary general. So
We just got to see.
we want to see
you
the
guys gotta
process.
wait small.
Okay.
Your Honor, you gotta wait, yeah?
Okay.
That wait small. Now we do our processing. We'll definitely attend to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We'll attend to you, but you just gotta wait small. Yeah? For now, with the atmosphere, we can't do anything. So just wait small. We'll attend to you.
No, the point is
We just definitely attend to him. We do that. Yeah? We just get the atmosphere. Yeah?
So we are still here. Chairman Luther Toppers, welcome. What's your own perspective about this entire case and where the case is headed?
I'm afraid. I'm really afraid. For the level of injustice that this government continues to encourage. With elections about 3 months and a few weeks, and President Weir and his people are trying to intimidate leaders of the opposition bloc. I smell trouble. And Joey, I need to desist from that. That seat was entrusted to him by the Liberian people. He's there to serve justice. And that is important.
Don't you think the former Chief Justice should face the full weight of the law? Don't you think it is necessary that the Chief Justice go through the legal proceedings?
Nobody is shielding her from the law.
No one is shielding her from the law.
Who's shielding her from the law?
We're not obstructing the law either. It has to be made clear. But the prison and process her, but they had to wait for the 4 hours, almost 4 o'clock before they arrested her. Imagine what that means. It means they have an inordinate desire. You understand?
He says a calculated attempt, and someone would like to understand what do you mean by that? I just want to tell President Weir and his people, this country has gone through a lot. It's very important that President Weir and his people do not create pandemonium that will cause serious violence in our country. We must protect the justice of our country. You cannot treat a woman who serves this country at the highest office in the Supreme Court and treat her like someone who has never contributed to this country. Why would they do that? They delight in disgracing people who have served this country in a noble way. That's what I gotta say.
What do you think is a motive? You look frustrated.
The country is frustrated. Liberian people are disappointed that President Weir would do this. We are very, very, very disappointed that the government would treat a woman who has served this country the way they are treating her for some political obvious reasons. Where?
More officers are coming on the scene. All of opposition leaders have already arrived here. And they are saying the former Chief Justice is being processed.
The police. The investigation has been conducted by the police.
So, officers of the Liberian National Police arrived. As you can see, police officers, riot police officers have arrived here on the scene from the Monrovia Central Prison here in Liberia, where the former Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia has been taken along with 3 others. And the Central Prison is under serious security surveillance here. So, Melvin, as we go through this matter, seeing serious police officers, a huge number of police officers are here. This normally happen to other cases or what?
The fact is, the name involved is not a small name, so that's one thing we have to look at. These are never happening, or it hadn't happened for the fact that I serve at the court.
We do apologize.
It has never happened. Where
Fagon.
Yeah, man. I'm watching the thing and I am somehow, I don't know what to say. It's surreal. I want justice for Shallow, but I'm just watching it and it's surreal. What's running through my mind now, Stanton, is the fact that you are putting so much energy, resources, time, effort. Let's go back now to the auditors, the 3 missing boys. 5 months, you are giving us what? You are giving us an arrest. But 2.5 years, you cannot tell us who killed the EPS guy in Tapeta. I mean, someone shot the man in his head 3 times. Who shot him? And why? Why you can't tell us about who can say in Granjide? Why you can't tell us about Princess Copper? What about the 3 missing boys? What about the auditors? But this case is the only thing, because Koji was accused and Koji must be cleared.
Fagon. We're going to say something tonight. We have a lot of folks, and I know your show, we have to go because you press against time.
Yeah, we got to go.
But I will leave this with you and the Liberian people. There was a conversation between Koji and the police commissioner last night. There was a conversation. I'm going to leave it like that, between Koji and the police commissioner and the IG last night. Again, they're going to say, but has Spoon get to know? They discussed this case. I want folks to turn into Spoon tonight. I'm trying to get that recording right because I do not want to implicate our sources. There was a conversation between Jefferson Koji and the IG. Once we can set it up right, we will play it concerning this case. We want to be sure that the law will be the law and justice will prevail. But because we have to go, I know we're going to bring in everyone plus more on the Spoon Talk tonight that they can tell the Liberian people the end game of this government. I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to tell you all, For the Spoon, it's good being on the show. I want to be very accurate because I want the Liberian people to know the truth and nothing but the truth. There was a conversation between Jefferson Koji and the IG. Once it is all set, we can play that conversation on the show tonight. I want to protect the sources, but again, there was a conversation between the IG and Jefferson Koji concerning this case, and they discussed last night. I appreciate being on Reliable Info 360 today. Thank you. Thank you, Figon.
Thank you, Stanton, for joining us. And these are moments like these is when we bring in Stanton, because as you can see, we were into breaking news and then later happening now. So we needed a fellow panelist here to help break it down for you, analyze it for you, tell you what's going on and so forth and so on. Tonight, we'll be on Spoon. You heard what's going to be there. Invite a friend. You will only see or hear these things only on Spoon Network, whether Reliable Info 360 or Spoon Talk. We're the best when it comes to giving you factual information backed by evidence. Damo, are you there? Damo said,
I'm right here, Mr. Fago.
Damo said, I'm going to get my team song, get all my list, small team.
Yeah, man. Stop using Spoon Team Son, my man.
Small team dropped to the team. They are thinking how we'll get money from. Then 3 ladies then calling the man say he gets sleepy eyes, he look nice, he did them. I'll go to the team song.
The pig ain't got beast stomach, ain't got glasses on. If you get a raw dog. If you get a raw dog.
The high ain't got sabu too.
So, but thank you guys. A great show, Dama.
Thank you, Dama. Okay. We appreciate you.
You're welcome. So, folks, that's how we draw down the curtains on today's edition of Reliable Info 360. Be back on tomorrow to continue our 3rd day of the pilot. And on Monday, the show will begin officially running full editions as well. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.
This is Spoon 107.5 FM.